I don't think anyone would have predicted that this budget would come down to the watchdog OPEGA, but it has, and I think it's meaningful because this is how we're going to do business in the future. And if we're going to, as someone has said, turn this watchdog into a lapdog, then the future is not as bright.
I think the budget that was passed tonight is unfortunate. It has tax increases, it has one-time money, it doesn't make the structural changes that it needs to make to put Maine on a more sustainable course. It's a far worse document than the Chief Executive of Governor Baldacci's original proposal. I would suggest that if he signs this bill into law, he'd be violating his pledge that he made consistently to the media that he would not be supporting a budget with a tax increase.
Major concern was that we were so close to having a bipartisan budget because the numbers were really quite that close. And it seems to me that the Democratic leadership, in the Senate in particular, did almost everything they could to exclude any Republican participation. I thought it was a low point in our relationship.
Well, frankly, I'm disappointed on what has passed, because I would have preferred us to have been able to have a unified document that both parties could have aggressively supported.
Representative Vaughn, one thing that's most disappointing to me is the jeopardy that OPEGA, the Office of Program Evaluation and Government Accountability, has been put in. This is a watchdog office that takes care of the taxpayers' concerns, trying to find efficiency and cuts that can be made in government expenditures to help reduce costs, maybe allow us expenditures in a more important area. That's been in jeopardy. Also, many of the cuts that we have seen here are just one-time gimmicks that have been will not be there for the next time, instead of structural changes, which would have allowed a continuation of sustainability that will allow which will prevent future cuts from having to be made, instead of running out of these band-aid approaches and move forward into the next budget cycle.
Disappointed that we didn't get a bipartisan two-thirds budget. The Democrats had to use a majority, but that's the way life is. We have majority rules, and we have to look at rules and say that we'll try harder next time to convince them to continue to control spending. The people of Maine need that kind of support over the legislature. We've tried. We are true to our principles. We established certain rules and regulations that we were proponent, supporting out of the minority office. And I'm pleased to say that the House Republicans stuck together on this, and I think the people of Maine are better served for the efforts that we made.